Star Wars Rebels has returned with the two-part episode Ghosts of Geonosis. The crew of the Ghost is sent to recover a rebel team that was sent to investigate Geonosis, and the team was led by none other than Saw Gerrera. With Rogue One released, it looks like Rebels will be connecting very heavily with the film by including elements of the film, as seen by the latest trailer. The last time we saw Geonosis was in the episode The Honorable Ones, which took place 3 years before the events of Rogue One. There were construction modules and evidence of a massive project going on. This episode takes place the following year, and by then all the equipment has been moved, probably because the Empire knows some of the rebels had seen it. The biggest selling point of this episode is Saw's inclusion. It serves as a stepping stone between his appearance in the Clone Wars and Rogue One. He's not nearly as unhinged as he is on Jedha, but I wouldn't exactly call him stable either. Even so, he's already got a reputation for being extreme, and we can see that in his treatment of their hostage Geonosian. I mean, he was already reckless during the Clone Wars, and that behavior has clearly been exaggerated by the loss of his sister. He's been holding on to her death for 17 years. Not that he's not allowed to grieve, but he's taken it to an unhealthy level. His desire to fight the Empire and his hatred for the Separatists that killed his sister clouds his judgment, affects his actions, and Ezra calls him out for being no better than the Empire. In the end, we see he's not too far gone, and he softens up, and I'll cover more on that in a second. We also know why his health has degraded so much in only 2 years. The Ghost crew and Saw find evidence that the Empire used poison gas to exterminate the Geonosians. The Rogue One visual guide tells us that Saw ingested the pesticide, which led to his respiratory problems. I was expecting to see something dramatic where he breathes a bunch of it in, but that didn't happen. However, we know that he was trapped on the planet for 2 cycles. In Legends, a cycle was a year, but we know that's not possible since Sato specifically said Saw's team was sent in after Hera's report the previous year. So I'm guessing they're referring to a lunar cycle of some sort, meaning Saw would have been there for about 2 months. I'm sure breathing even slightly poisoned air for that long would cause some issues. So speaking of the Geonosians, this episode is also a stepping stone for their species. In the Darth Vader comic, we see a surviving Geonosian queen, and we now know exactly how that came to be. The Ghost crew captures a single surviving Geonosian that is protecting the future of his race, a queen egg. That's the catalyst for Saw's arc in this story, where he threatens to destroy the egg, but in the end realizes that the Geonosians are victims of the Empire, the same as him, and they deserve a chance to rebuild. The rebels all hope for the best, but about 2 years later, Darth Vader comes to Geonosis and likely destroys any hope for future Geonosians. Forrest Whitaker has said that Saw and Vader are similar, but here's an example of how they are definitely different. As expected, we did get some hints regarding the Death Star, but since we as the audience know all about it, the rebels' obliviousness was treated as kind of a running joke. The Geonosian kept drawing the Death Star, and they misinterpreted it as the egg he was protecting, the poison canisters, and even Geonosis itself. At its conclusion, the Ghost crew got off the planet with Saw, a shield generator, and evidence of the Empire's crimes that will help rally more systems to their cause. I think the mid-season trailer showed us that shield generator in action. In a wider shot of the generator, we can see it looks very similar to the one used on Echo Base. All in all, I think this was a really solid episode. If we didn't already know so much about the Death Star and the future of the rebellion, it could have been more intriguing, but I like the characterization of Saw a lot more in this than I did in Rogue One, and the action and drama were handled very well. Before I wrap up, here are just a few stray observations. We got to see some rocket troopers in action. They've already been introduced in Legends and they were brought into the canon in Battlefront, but that was a really cool sequence that also revealed that Sabine has had her own jetpack fixed. I really like Kanan's solution to crossing that chasm by breaking another bridge and using the Force to hold it in place. It's also nice to see that while Ezra needs some extra help jumping the gap, Kanan did it with ease. I just like that Kanan seems to be growing stronger. Although Saw and Rex quipped that he's no Skywalker, which was funny. The Ghost has started keeping track of its TIE fighter kills. That may have already been seen, but this is the first time I noticed it. Ezra's Scout Trooper helmet has been painted by Sabine. I wonder if she at least asks before painting all their captured Imperial equipment. I think they have extra suits lying around, but it would be nice if they could keep something for undercover missions. Ezra's solution to communicating with their captured Geonosian is to talk louder and slower and to name him after the sounds he makes. That seems kind of culturally insensitive to me, Ezra, but I get that they're all in a dangerous situation without much other choice. But that's it for today. If you want to check out my other Rebels Season 3 episode reviews, they're in this playlist here. If you haven't already, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and consider checking out my Patreon page. As always, thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.